Bam, 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 bam. We're going live.
In
Guess what? Guess what today is?
It is Wednesday, the 26th. What is
It is
today?
our
Am I supposed to know?
It's our 1 year anniversary from the first episode that launched.
No way. This does not feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's been a year.
Mm-hmm.
That is wild.
I
Oh
know.
my
I
god.
know. I should
We
I
didn't
should
have
have cut
anything
my
special
hair for a
planned.
celebratory. I know. So that's how we go. We go off the cuff.
We are very random. Well, now I'm looking.
Mm-hmm.
1 year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking wild.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, it does.
So should we just get into last week's episode and then get into this week's episode?
I don't even remember last week's.
The only thing that mattered was
when May and Chimera looking for the Wookiee. I can't remember his name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The only thing that I really took away from that episode, or that I even cared about, was the introduce of the Sith, how sinister it was when he came down, and then it just cut to black. I was like,
Yeah. They
how are
could
you
have
going to
made
do this
last
to
week's
me?
episode and this week's episode like one. Because, I mean, it
Yeah, they could have.
flowed right into it.
Yeah. I have to look at the log, but I think that they're going to do 2 more episodes together. I could have swore there was, but I don't know, because we're at the 5th episode, which means there's only usually 3 episodes. I think there's only 8 episodes for this, or maybe 10. I'm
There's
not
8.
sure. Is there? So we have
Yeah.
3 more episodes, and it just now got good.
It's like it was a lot of building, which I get why people didn't like it, but at the same time, I'm like, this is why.
Yeah. All right, let's just talk about this week's episode.
Okay.
What did you take away from it?
I feel like a lot of people knew that was Chimera. Because I saw things online about it, and I started thinking back. I was like, that would make sense. And so, of course, when they were battling, every time it showed his arms, because some people also thought it was going to be a girl, but I'm like, those aren't girl arms. Like, that's him, 100%. But such a good episode.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. I like some of the. I forget the name of the metal, but I like that his helmet's made out of that metal.
I wrote it down.
His gauntlets are made out of it.
Cortosis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. I know some people are like,
mustache hair in my mouth.
I thought everyone has Beskar now. I'm like, actually, it's something different, okay? And it's actually canon, so thank you very much.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
But the freaking
it was
fighting,
pretty cool.
The duels were so good. The choreography, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was so funny too, because me, Lena, and Chris were literally in the middle of eating dinner, and I turned away for a second because I was like, oh, I forgot to put sriracha on my food, and then Lena goes, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "I'm like, I missed it," so we had to like rewind it real quick and watch when he stabs the one Jedi and then force pulls the other Jedi.
Oh no!
I was like, oh,
that
right into
was
the
dope.
lightsaber. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
That was a smooth
cool.
move. They made him pretty badass. And his freaking helmet.
They did. It was.
I want it. It's gonna be on pre-order tomorrow.
Well, I know. Are you gonna get it?
I don't know. It wouldn't come until next summer.
Oh, well, then just hold off on it and just buy it once it. Well, okay, so like they're all saying like, oh, certain stuff's gonna take a while to get here, this and that. And it was so funny too because I just had a figure show up yesterday on my doorstep that's not supposed to be out until August, September. So it's
Sure.
like, who knows?
Yeah. And I know
Yeah,
it's only $99. I know that they're usually a
yeah,
little bit more expensive, like
yeah,
after pre-order. So it's kind of like,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. I mean, do it.
But here are my
What else?
my
What
little
else did you
notes.
take notes?
Um, the little lightsaber that came out of his big lightsaber, that was dope,
Mm-hmm.
and it just like clicked into place. That was pretty cool. I like that. Sad that
Yeah,
Jackie died that way, though. I was kind of hoping we'd have more of her. I liked her, so that was kind of sad.
her her being killed. I was like, damn. I was like, that was pretty cool. It
It was just
definitely
like,
gave it, it gave me Rogue One vibes of everybody dying.
I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's very devastating.
So, mm-hmm.
Called Yord's death, though. Kind of had a feeling that he was going to die. I just felt like he was just too
I
goofy.
was happy
Yeah,
he died.
really, I liked
Yeah,
him, but he also was just that character that he's not living. Like he's too by the book, you know.
yeah. When he snapped
Um,
his neck, I was like, gangster.
yeah, I was like, what the heck? I did not see that coming. Also, okay, so him, Yord, and Soul. Do you think they know him? Because they're kind of like when Yord sees them, he's all surprised, and you see on Yord's face that it's kind of like, did something happen, or does he like, you know what I mean?
Mm, I think it's just from
Or just seeing them in the
when they
market.
seen him in the market, is what I'm
Okay.
thinking. Mm-hmm.
And then Soul,
So,
he obviously has done something because somebody also made the
mm-hmm.
point of the Wookiee. Can't think of the name, but in the trailer, there's still a scene where the Wookiee, I think, is fighting Soul. And then now it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, he hasn't told you everything. Like, I'm not the only one that wears a mask.
Mm.
So obviously, I don't know if, like, did he kill the witches or, what?
I th-
Like, he's the
I think
mastermind.
I'm thinking maybe they go back to get the kids, and then she does that witch magic on the Wookiee and another one, and they go and they fight each other. And they all the Jedi fight against each other. And then something happens.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I
I don't know.
think this
I just
next
know.
episode is.
I think Soul did something. He had to done something because he definitely
Yeah,
seems guilty.
yeah, yeah. I think next week's episode is going to be a previous episode, like in the past,
Like
like,
a flashback.
you know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I just can't get over that episode.
Yeah,
It was so good.
yeah. It was pretty good. I
And
watched it.
honestly,
I watched it. Go ahead.
yeah.
I watched it, and then I watched two trailers for two other movies that are coming out, and then I rewatched it again after the kids went to sleep.
I wasn't gonna watch it last night because I was like, I'm just really tired. I'll watch it in the morning. But I was like, I don't want to watch it on my phone, so I stayed up. But then I was like, cool, it's 34 minutes. Like I'll be in bed by like 9:30ish. Perfect. But I kept rewinding and kept rewinding because I kept rewatching parts and rewatching them. And the next thing you know, it's like 10 o'clock because it was so good. I was like, oh my gosh, just wild.
Yeah,
Also,
definitely.
oh, I didn't catch this because I don't know the sequels that well. But everyone said at the end, when he was doing his little speech to Osha, that Kylo Ren's music was playing in the background. I re-listened to it, but like I said, I don't know his music that well because I don't know the sequels. But so people are trying to think either because he said he's not a Sith, he doesn't have a name. So some people are trying to guess maybe he's a Ren. So that's why Kylo's music was in the back. I don't know.
Maybe,
I
I
don't
don't
know
know. I'll
much.
have to rewatch it, and I'll have to
Yeah.
watch it and listen again. I know that it's funny because I don't think he's the master.
No, I don't either. There's definitely somebody above
Yeah,
him.
like I think that he is trying to do the Dooku situation with Ventress and secretly like have somebody as an apprentice because that's what he needs to overthrow his master. And the whole time he's just like, I want an acolyte, I want an acolyte, I want
Hmm.
an acolyte. Like, so I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
And like he kind of makes a point too how he wants to be able to just be basically a force wielder without them coming at him. But in order
yeah,
to have all
yeah,
that control, you're going to have, like you said, an acolyte or something and overthrow whoever. Which some people
yeah,
are thinking it is one of the mothers. But I don't know. I just don't want them to be one of them. I don't know why. I just don't.
yeah.
Because I
I
mean,
would
technically
almost
they use the
rather it
force,
just,
so I kind of would
yeah,
see it maybe. I don't know.
yeah, I
But
don't
then
know.
some people think it's the whole, like you saying, the Plagueis situation.
Hmm. Yeah, just because I don't know. I mean, this story has kept you guessing every week in some good ways and some bad ways, and most bad ways. Um, and it's one of those scenes where it's just like, dang, dude, can they like, can they continue to raise the bar and like redeem themselves from everything that they did in the beginning? But then again, too, like, I think a lot of the Acolyte is being centered towards whatever the director and the cast are saying outside of the show,
Yes.
which is creating more of a negative. Like, I guess the girl that plays Osha did
Mm-hmm.
some like stupid dance on Twitter, like
Some like
about the
music video.
wokeness, and
Yeah,
yeah,
she like
yeah,
wrote some
yeah.
songs.
It's just,
But I'm just
yeah, and
like,
it's just like,
I don't care. That's not a part of the Star Wars show. Just because of the actor, it's like I just don't care.
yeah,
It's not in the show.
yeah,
What she does
yeah,
on her free time, and if she wants to make videos and say whatever, that's her free time. The Star Wars show's done with.
yeah,
You know, whatever. But
yeah,
but I do think that's why people are more negative. Because even this episode, when I went on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, I was like, there's no way. Like, people have to kind of be like, yeah, all right, this episode was good. They're still people. They're just like, nope, that was horrible. The fighting was awful. I'm like, you're lying. Because that was not
yeah.
awful. Like, that choreography was so good. All of them did
He
amazing.
he fought unorthodox, like he doesn't have a style.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's why people are saying, because he
So
doesn't have a style of fighting. He's saying that some people, or they would call me the Sith, but he's got no name. So it's like, then what are you
yeah,
trying? Like, what are you trying to say then?
yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah.
So
I
that's what's
thought
stumping
for a
me.
second, yeah. I'm like, okay, like, sorry, I'm coming down from the pre. Um, Osha doesn't have the circle marking like May, so all it's going to take is her hair being moved. So,
Yes. And I was listening to these other guys' podcasts, and they do like a reaction right after the show, and that's what they're saying. They're like, "There's no way that Soul, who is a Force user, isn't going to detect that it's not OSHA."
yeah,
Same with, I think
yeah,
Kymir knows it's OSHA. Like, I feel like, I don't know,
yeah,
because I didn't
yeah,
understand his little monologue at the end, but I don't think he knows it's
yeah,
OSHA. Like, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, yeah. No, he knows it's her for sure. Like,
Yeah.
he knows it's her.
But Soul, it's like, I really hope they don't make it. Like, there's no way he's going to be that oblivious, but I don't know. And, like, what is May's game? Like, is she, like, what's she trying to do,
She's.
you know?
I think she's trying to get back to Coruscant so she can flee.
Yeah. Because that's what she's been trying to do
Yeah.
that whole episode. She was just trying to get out of there. She said,
Mm-hmm.
I'm out, get the
Yeah.
fuck out.
Yeah. So.
Well, now she knows he's after her, so that would kind of make sense. So she switches sides and tries to flee as
Mm-hmm.
Osha. That would make sense. Because,
Yeah.
yeah, he was just trying to kill her at the end. He was like, see ya.
I'm wondering if she even really started the fire.
That's what some people are saying. Well, they're saying that they think that she started the fire, but the way it escalated, they're like, there's just no way. Like, there must have been
Mm-hmm.
something else, you know? And what about Osha? What is she going to do with, or what's, like, Chimera going to do with her? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't see her switching sides, but I don't know. I think
Yeah.
whatever the truth that she finds out is going to determine what she does.
Yeah. I think she might call a beacon for the Jedi to come back for her, and then they're gonna have a fight because there still needs to be a fight scene, unless they cut it with the bald green girl that
Oh,
has the lightsaber whip.
yes. And that's what they're saying too. They're like, we're still having on the podcast I was listening to. It's like we're still missing that
Yeah.
scene with the whip. And they said there's a
Yeah.
fighting scene with the Wookiee and Soul. And I think that Torben guy. So there is still some stuff that we're missing.
Yeah, that's
So
why
I
I
don't
think
know.
we're gonna get. That's why I think we're gonna get a flashback next week, and then
Yeah.
it's gonna like start with something, then it's gonna give a flashback. Maybe it'll be Chimera explaining to Osha what May said happened, and then Soul explaining to Osha what happened, not knowing that it's May,
Mm-hmm.
and then they kill that little rat.
Hello Rat knows stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think he knows the switcheroo. He was there, right? I don't quite remember, but
Yeah, he can. I think he can smell it.
oh yeah. He's a little rat.
Remember because he was trying to like sniff out them.
Yes.
So
Yes, you are right.
yeah, I forgot what his species called. It was like it was that first came about in like some Han Solo book or something. um I didn't write it down.
I don't even know what his name is. It starts like B. I'm so bad at names.
Yeah, it's okay.
In the freaking speaking of bad names, how when he killed Jackie, he's like, "Oh, is that its name?" It's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
it. That's awful." Like
that's savage.
his acting, man.
Yeah, he was like Soul's like she was a child, and he's like, you brought her into battle. Like
Yeah, I was like, I
like
mean,
what do you what
he's not
yeah,
wrong.
what do you expect? Yeah.
Like, I mean, she was getting it though. And oh my god, so many people are
Yeah.
complaining. They're like, how can a Padawan go against this all, super powerful Sith, whatever, like, Force user? I'm like, do we not remember like
Did
Maul
you
and Obi-Wan?
yeah. But do you see how reckless she was in her fighting? Like she wasn't very strategic with her move. She was just going crazy and feeding into him, and not until she realized like, oh shit, like I'm gonna get bested, then she switched her stance and started using it more as a blocking instead of just hack and slash.
Yeah, she was hacking and slashing for a while, but it made for
Mm-hmm.
a good battle. I mean, so was he,
Yeah, it
but
was
he
cool.
obviously was a lot better at it. I just can't get over a little
Yeah.
clicky. I want that. Like, they're gonna make that. That
You
lightsaber.
know, it reminded me of the kids' lightsabers where the hilt is a lightsaber, and then the bottom you can pull out, and it's like a little knife lightsaber. They
Really?
made it some years. Yeah, they made it some years back.
Huh. I thought that's cool. And then didn't he do that?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't like that forbidden now, I guess, where they click like bloop bloop bloop.
Mm-hmm.
So technically not supposed to use it. I mean, obviously he doesn't
Yeah.
care. And then the way he
Yeah.
like held the saber to her head like a gun, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, one little click and she's done.
My inner Palpatine was like, "Do it, do it."
Oh my gosh.
um, But yeah, I definitely like the way Jackie died. I thought it was sick.
Yeah.
I like the triangle like a Sith holocron that it made. You
Speaking of that
know.
too, somebody else mentioned there's a lot of like number three symbolisms like that with the triangle. So he's like, maybe I'm reading too into it, or it is just because of the Sith, and it's like three, like the three trees. Somebody else mentioned three. I think he said Chimera said something three times, like no, 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 or something three times, and then like he said that how she made the triangle. So I'm like, maybe it's nothing, maybe it is the holocron. Like who
Maybe
knows?
it's Maybelline.
Oh my god! Wow.
Mm,
I'm definitely watching this
it
episode
just
though
popped in
again.
my head. Yeah, it was really good. It was good. I liked it.
I need to.
Let's see where it goes from now.
I'm gonna check my notes, make sure I hit everything. Yeah, I think so. I wonder if they're killing other Jedi, like non-Jedi Force wielders, though.
That's what I felt like. I said it. I don't remember how many weeks back. Like I said it. Like I feel like the Jedi are stomping out anybody that wields the Force that's not like them
Yeah, because I wrote down,
unintentionally. Not
yeah, like not like they're out like just on a murder rage, like we're killing all these people.
yeah.
Because I wrote what Chimera said. He said he wants freedom to wield his powers, or yeah, he wants the freedom to wield his powers and not have them like basically trample on him. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
are you saying what I
Yeah.
think you're saying?
Yeah. Or was he an apprentice who ended up running away and was like, frick it, I'm going to get myself my own apprentice and do what I need to do?
And somebody else made a point saying that maybe the whole point of this show is that in the end, it's really Jedi's fault that the Sith came back. That they have,
True.
so much,
True.
you know.
Like they have a chance to stomp it out, but then yeah, it goes undetected for another 100 years.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a lot of secrecy
Yeah.
and stuff, and
Yeah. The only thing that I don't like about it is, well, I didn't like the chanting. I think they should have said it in a different language, and I think it would have been received better, because it's just like the power of one, the power of many. Like that was just
mm-hmm. I feel it.
corny.
Yeah, yeah. And a different
Um,
language would have been kind of cool.
yeah, but then it's like also too. It's like maybe they would be received a little bit better if you hadn't seen the Night Sisters, and so many people hadn't liked, Mother Townsend, and then you get to see, Asajj Ventress, and then you get to see what is her name? What's the Asian girl's name? Morgan Elsbeth, and you
Mm-hmm.
got all those Clone Wars episodes with the Witches of Dathomir, and they're badass. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's just like you're like, oh, these are witches that are force wielders, and then you get this corny group, and they're just over here with a string of thread and blah blah blah.
it just popped
So,
in my head. Okay, so you know how
mm,
I sent you that couples theory about that there might be another kid in the witches thing?
yeah,
Because like when they're
mm-hmm,
getting ready, like, well, we're the only kids here, and they kind of looked at each other like, but it kind of seemed like they're kind of
yeah,
hiding that. Could
mm-hmm.
Kymir be around their age or a little older?
I want to say he's a little bit older, so
But
and it's
still,
it's that, yeah. They could have played around with it at first, and then since it was a boy, they cast him aside
because I'm just
because
thinking, like, how is
they're all
he?
female.
So then maybe
Yeah,
Soul and Yord. Well, okay, Yord wasn't there then, but Soul.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but maybe I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm,
Yeah, I don't
I guess we'll
know.
see.
I'm gonna have to watch the Acolyte trailer before after I get off with you.
And see what else there is left.
Yeah.
I am sad though the
So
Wookiee died early. I mean, I know we'll get
You didn't
flashbacks,
even
but
see him.
no, he's
Yeah.
just dead.
Yeah.
They're just killing everybody in this
Waste
show.
waste of characters.
Yeah. Oh well.
We'll see.
Yeah, overall. 10 out of 10, I think.
Mm-hmm. I give it a 7.
Yeah. I don't know. I really liked it. It's like one of those episodes, like every show, like Kenobi episode 3, I always rewatch, or Ahsoka episode 5. And so it'll be like, this, what was this, episode 5? Yeah. I'm like, this will be the episode I go back to and rewatch.
Yeah. I know I told myself I wanted to rewatch the Kenobi Vader fight again.
That's so good.
So
That show's so good. I don't care what anybody says. They just go suck it.
yeah. Yeah. So do you think Osha's gonna end up turning evil?
I don't know. That's hard. I feel like whatever Soul's hiding, I think it's gonna make her very mad. She might make some bad decisions.
No. Or like they're fighting and then Soul kills May, which makes her turn.
Oh, that would be devastating. Oh, I don't think Soul would kill May though. I don't know. Obviously, he's shady. We don't know. He's hiding some stuff. And
I
still
like
him.
I like how he was like, "You were about to strike me from behind."
Mm-hmm.
I don't, and he's like, "Oh yeah."
He's like, I guess we're not supposed to do that. Whereas, like, he doesn't care. Chimera, like, he's a ball. Or what was it? Where he said that he had to kill everybody. And he's like, oh, I'm just following the rules that you guys, made or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm like, he ain't wrong.
Maybe he's a Jedi that fell to the dark side that they covered up. Because that bald green girl has said many times that they can't let the Senate know about somebody that was trained in the Jedi ways who's going around killing people. So maybe he's an apprentice that got stranded or like got walked away from the order and then briefly came in contact with the Sith and then killed him, or still working with him, planning on killing him.
That'd be interesting. I just want to know who he's working for, if that's how they're going. They have to feel that way.
Yeah. Hey, you think? We'll see. Only time will tell. How's your
like
workouts been?
Really good, actually.
Go ahead. Finish what you were going to say.
I forgot.
You like the whole what?
It wasn't.
Oh.
Deception thing. That's what I was going to say. That's how, like, he's one thing, now he's another. That's one thing.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty obvious, though, that it was him when he has that gigantic bag. I'm like, what'd you stuff in there, old boy?
He said, my suit, my helmet. He had a whole Superman get up. Was ready to go.
Yeah, he literally Clark Clint it.
Clark Clinton. Oh my god, you're definitely coming down from pre-workout. He definitely Clark Kented it. Kented it? Clark Kented.
That's what I was like. Clark Kent.
I see why you messed that
Clark
up.
Clint it. Clinted
Yeah.
it. Clinted. No. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you've been having a good workout.
Oh yeah. Getting stronger.
Yeah. It's good. I
How
have
about you?
I have no motivation to go to the gym. Like, it takes me forever to get to the gym. And like, I literally drag my feet to get there. And then it's like, once I'm there and like I'm warmed up, then I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I feel good, but it's just like
Getting there the hardest.
dude, yes. Yeah. I was telling Brenda last night and she was like, she's like, well, you don't have your little buddy with you no more, so it's completely different. And I was like, yeah, I guess. Like, but again, too, like, it's been a year and a half, almost 2 years, right? Like,
It's been 2 years.
you left in 2020. Yeah, I was like, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, it's been 2 years, but I don't like. Yesterday, I literally woke up. I drank some pre workout at like 11 o'clock. I didn't go to the gym until 5:30 at night.
Oh my gosh.
I,
I
I
have days
just
like
I
that.
just I just sat at home and doom scrolled and just looked at dumb stuff and watched a couple of podcasts and just like was like do 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 do, and I didn't even really have an appetite, so I didn't even really eat any food. Like I had like a banana, a ham and cheese sandwich, and like a protein shake, and then I went to the gym, and it was just
That was
like,
kind of me yesterday. So I get it.
yeah. So I'm like, dude, I'm like, why? I just feel like exhausted and just like I don't want to do anything at
Must
all.
be. Maybe it's the weather too, because I don't know. I've kind of felt like that too. Where yesterday I did. I mean, I did everything I do in the morning, but I talked myself
Yeah,
out of going to the gym at first, and then I was like, "But you have to go to the store anyways. You're gonna be in town, so that just makes it pointless. Just go to a stupid gym." And then I came home. I
yeah,
had all these things I was gonna get done, and the same thing. I just scrolled my phone. I try
yeah,
not to do that very often, but I was just like, the next thing you know, like an hour goes by, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I just wasted all the time I was gonna do things."
yeah, yeah.
I don't blame the
I
weather. It's
definitely
hot.
need to stop. I definitely need to stop doom scrolling because I'll just get on there and I'll just follow and just like. Then I'm like, next thing you know, I'm like, what time is it? I'm like, oh, 2 hours have gone by,
Isn't
and
that
I'm over here just
crazy?
laughing at stupid videos. So
It's crazy how that happens.
yeah, my sleeping pattern's all off too, so
Mine too.
that doesn't help.
Need
So,
to go bed earlier.
but I, I was thinking about it too. Like, so I give the episode a 7 out of 10, and the reason why I do give it a 7 out of 10 is because none of the other episodes have been very enjoyable. So I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10, just in case the last 3 episodes are shit.
But that standalone episode, that's why I gave it 10 out of 10, because I don't know. I like
Yes,
that standalone episode.
yeah. Everybody's been ranking the episodes like threes and fours.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, I don't think they're that bad. I
Uh,
just understand that it is kind of boring, but it's a whole new
uh,
story. So it's like you have to, like,
yeah,
go through the boring stuff. And like you said, I think it was last week or
yeah.
whatever, but like watching it as a whole, I think would be different. So the podcast I was listening to, that's what they said. Like, I can't wait to watch it from start to finish because maybe it'll flow better, or maybe things will start making more sense. You start catching on to things. But when it's one episode a week, it's kind of harder. Like, that was it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we got chanting this week, like. So I'm like, maybe we better as a whole.
I would almost, I would say they're gonna backlog it with comic books and canon books to make it better and give you more of a backstory with the people.
Yeah, because I mean, you can go so many different routes with that, and the characters,
Yeah.
and then the witches. I mean, this is a whole new thing. Witches. So it's like, what's their
Mm-hmm.
story? You know,
Yeah. I
why do
still
they have
like
to
the idea
create
though.
kids?
Yeah. I still like the idea of them being all killed off because the Jedi think that they're unethical.
Going there being crazy.
Yeah. I do like seeing the different planets that we normally don't see. I like the animals that we get to see,
I
like
like
the
the animals.
bugs and and all that. I like that because it hasn't been shown before. Like, I hate that we went back to Tatooine so many times, or like, you know what I mean? Like, oh,
All the same creatures, the same dirt, the same sand.
yeah,
Yeah.
literally. Like,
Now we're getting all
Luke's
these
house has
cool
been here for
ever.
50 years.
Like the planet they're on in
No,
this
no,
episode,
no.
whatever it was, I forgot it's called. Kuf, Keef, Kof, Kofra,
Yeah.
something weird. I like that planet.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's all trees.
Yeah. It reminded me of like Brazil forest or something. So that was
Very
cool.
peaceful. It's a good place for a Wookiee.
Mm-hmm.
Was a good place for a Wookiee.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was bummed though that the Wookiee's lightsaber wasn't made out of wood. You know,
Isn't it supposed to?
it's very they usually pick like a wooden hilt because they're so in tune with nature and stuff.
That makes
Their
sense.
hilts are usually built with wood, so it's like,
That makes sense.
boo. I think we're gonna go watch A Quiet Place Day 1 tomorrow.
Day 1. I haven't heard of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you've seen A Quiet Place.
No. I know what it is, but I haven't seen it.
You've never
No.
oh, I forgot, it's a scary movie.
I mean, I know what it's about.
Yeah. Well, it's day 1, like the day that they invade. So.
Oh, okay. And we watched
Did you?
If with John
What'd you
Krasinski.
watch? What'd you watch?
Imaginary
If?
Friend. Yeah, it's got Ryan Reynolds, John Krasinski directed it, and he's in it. Steve Carell's in it. It was really cute.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah. A children's movie, but it was good.
Did you guys go to the movie theaters or did you watch it at home?
No, we watched it at home. We just rented it. We're gonna go to the movie theaters for Deadpool for sure.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You have to.
Yeah.
What's it called? I was going to say, did you watch the trailer for Nosferatu that I sent you?
I started to and I was like, I'm by myself.
It looks really
it looks scary.
It looks
good. What is it even about?
Dracula.
Oh. It looked like it was about like demons and stuff. I was like, can't watch Dracula. This right now. Okay, maybe I'll look at it again. I don't mind that stuff.
Oh my goodness. Nosferatu.
I'm like, yeah, I was like, why is he... Wait, is there a first one?
No.
That's just the name? Nosferatu?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, it's not 2 separate words, like Nosferatu and then 2.
No.
Okay. Well, I'll watch the rest of the trailer, but when I first opened it, I was like, why would he send this to me? This is scary, and I'm by myself right now. I'm not going to finish this. Didn't know it's Dracula.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, I can handle it.
Hell yeah. I know, it was so funny because Angelina's like, what's with you and Dracula? She's like, you used to make us watch all these different Dracula movies. And I was like, because we were talking about Bram Stoker's Dracula. And she's like, that movie was so lame. I was like, that movie was cool, dude. Like, what are you talking about?
Weirdo. I didn't know you liked Dracula that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Have you bought anything cool lately?
Nope.
You haven't bought no new shirts?
No, I've actually refrained from that. I'm trying to be good because we're going to Texas in September, well, end of August. So I'm trying to like not spend money for a couple months so we have money for that.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, I'm like sitting there and I'm like looking at my thing that's like, Big Bad Toy Store took out $25. I'm like, what the hell did I pre-order? So then I go on there and I'm like, it's like Reptiliacs, and I'm like looking on my floor and I'm like, I already have this figure. And I'm like, they already sent me this. Figure. So then I call them and I'm like, I think there might be a mistake. Like, I already received this figure from you. And the girl in reception's like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Vicario. Like, that's impossible. We just got them in yesterday. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I swear I got it from you guys. She's like, maybe you bought it from another online realtor.
You're like, oh.
I was like,
Maybe.
I was like, shit. So then I went to Entertainment Earth, and sure enough, I bought it on Entertainment Earth. So I pre-ordered it with Big Bad Toy Store. Didn't remember, and then I bought it because it was in stock on Entertainment Earth. So I was like, well, shit. This is like the fourth time I've done this
Oh
year.
my God.
Like,
You need to start like screenshotting stuff so you see like I pre-ordered this.
no, no, because it just gets lost. It gets lost in the amount of photos I have.
That's why you make
So I
a
think what I'm
little.
gonna do.
Why are men like this? Okay, you have to organize it. You can make a little file and say like pre-orders or figures, and then you can go back to it and see what you screenshotted and what you bought in your little figure pre-order file. And it's not all of jumble. Randall's the same way. You guys are just, it's too much. Mine are all alphabetically ordered, events, times, like I know where everything's at in my photos.
Nerd.
Y'all stress me out.
So what I was gonna do was I was just gonna get a clipboard and write down every figure that I buy or pre-order so that this doesn't happen again,
So you're gonna go old
and just
school.
have it. Yeah, you know.
I mean, I guess that works.
But
We're old.
I was just like, darn it, dude. I was like, I can't believe I did this. Like, so funny. So then I hit Eli up because I had sent him a picture when I first got the figure back in April. So I sent him another picture. I said, hey, I ordered 2 of these. I know you said you liked it and you were bummed that you missed out on it. So do you want this one? And he was like, well, how much? So I like negotiated a price with him. And he was like, hell yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. So
There you go.
I sent
I
it
was gonna
out to
ask
him. Yeah.
what you're gonna do with it. Maybe I wanted it. What was it again?
It was a Masters of the Universe figure.
Oh, nerd.
So well, I was like, yeah, we'll see. But I was hella laughing though. It's like, damn,
You dum dum.
can't believe I did that. I'd be forgetting though, seriously though.
Because you're
I'm
old.
like,
That memory's not as good. It's all that
yeah.
wacky tobacco.
I haven't smoked in a long time.
I haven't either. It's been months.
It's been I don't even remember the last time I drank.
Yeah, I don't really drink either. That's nothing new.
Yeah. You want to do Star Wars conversations?
Star Wars conversations. Damn it. That was really loud. Okay.
Dramatic.
I was trying to be dramatic. You know me.
I know.
Okay, we're gonna do characters. Is this
Over
character?
the
Yes.
top.
Aww. That's just kind of stupid. It says, if you can name a pet after a Star Wars character, which name would you choose and why? If you already have a pet named after a Star Wars character, why did you choose that name? Well, I had Snips, but that's only a Star Wars character. But she's no longer with us.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. She's a good kitty. I didn't really like that one.
I don't know. I don't know. It's the same theme with I was just having a conversation the other day about like with this girl about like people are always like, why don't you have like Star Wars posters on your walls and like your house decorated like, and I mean, don't get me wrong, there is some pretty cool stuff, like some of the rugs that they make that are really subtle and stuff like that, but in the same aspect, like I don't want it to be like I want it to be like it's just different for me,
Yeah.
you know. So I wouldn't name my animal after a Star Wars character. So
See, my thing is
all my
more of like the personality. You gotta see, like, you know?
mm-hmm,
I don't know.
mm-hmm.
Because Snips, like,
All
fit
my animals
my cat.
are named after food.
They are.
Yeah.
I never even realized that.
Yeah, Zoe has named everything after food. Even her dog is named Oreo
Oh my
because
god. The
it's
black and white.
it's black, and it's black lab and German shepherd.
Oh my little Oreo.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Zoe and Danielle just randomly rented an RV yesterday and went on a 4-day trip.
That's fun. I want to do that.
I was like, but I remember Zoe telling me like a few months back, like, hey, can you take some days off? Mom said like she wants to go like on a road trip or something. And I was like, yeah, maybe, and like, she's like, we want to go like on the coast or something. I have it all planned out. And I was thinking like, oh, okay, just take the car. And then I'm like driving and we went to go get Chipotle, me and Lena. And, she's like, Mom's about to pull up in a big ass RV. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, they're going on a road trip. So she just comes pulling up on this big old RV. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, I didn't want to sit at home for my vacation. And the power went out. So I was just like, forget it. But it's cool because the couple has the RV, and they rent it out like an Airbnb to people.
That's cool. That's actually really cool.
So, I mean, you figure like it's a good amount of money that they're paying for this RV. And there's like all these different fees. Like if you don't clean out, the septic tank yourself, they charge you X amount of dollars. And I'm just like, holy crap. I was like,
Making
this is a
bank.
pretty good side hustle. I was like, dude, I never thought about this.
That is pretty cool. Because
But
like
yeah, they
some
just,
people don't want to make the commitment to buying one, and they
yeah,
only gonna use it what
yeah,
once or twice.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
freaking
And then if you want
smart.
to go somewhere with it, you take it. Yeah. I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
like that.
dude,
That's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Because I thought about doing the same thing since we have so much water around here with jet skis. Start with 2 jet skis and just rent them out. I'm at work on the weekends anyways. I could be making money while I'm at work.
Yep.
So I'm gonna look into it. I got to see how much the insurance is because that's the only thing that's really gonna kill me.
Honestly, insurance would be really.
Yeah. What's the next question?
I grabbed a second characters one.
Okay.
What is your favorite Luke Skywalker moment? Hard one,
I
huh?
don't know. I was gonna make a joke out of it and be like when he kissed Leia.
I honestly, probably Mandalorian when he comes back. I don't know, that whole like
Yeah,
entrance. It's just
yeah,
like
like yeah, that was my initial thought. That's so funny that you said that because that was my like,
I
okay,
mean, you
cool.
have
This is
like
what you got.
yeah, you have the classic moments that are great, but it's like that was like
Yeah,
a great moment that
yeah,
everybody just lost their shit.
yeah.
And
It
Randall thought it
when
was
I
freaking Ahsoka.
when I saw that, it made me think of um all the times I played as a kid with my Luke Skywalker action figure, or when I read the comics and all that. Like, it's what I pictured in my head. So to visually see something that I pictured in my head when I was younger and be like, that was cool.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
that was
let's
pretty
face
cool.
it. In episode 4, he was a whiny little kid, you
Yes.
know.
Mm-hmm.
So
That was a good moment though.
yeah, it was.
Mandalorian.
What's the next one?
Let's see.
Did you see where Dave Filoni said he's working on season 2 of Ahsoka? And I don't know if I read it right. And he either has the first part of it done and the last part of it done, or he said he's working on Ahsoka season 2 and he's got the first act of the movie done with that everything ties in together.
Oh shit!
I
I
don't
didn't see that.
know. Maybe maybe Zuckerberg listening in on us will algorithm that theme to one of
It's
us.
gonna pop back up for us.
What's your next question?
What this is the galaxy. What job do you think you'd have in the Star Wars galaxy?
I'd be a bounty hunter.
I knew you were gonna say that. But would you?
Yes.
I don't know what I would be, because I would like to say bounty hunter, but I just know myself and I wouldn't be a bounty hunter.
Or I'd be
Realistically.
a smuggler. I'd be a smuggler.
Smuggler would be kind of cool. I want to do something fun. Can I be like a
Mm-hmm.
can I be a pilot? I would be a
Sure.
pilot. I always want to learn how to fly a
For
plane, but it's too expensive.
the world's smallest ship. You could pilot Yoda's starfighter from episode 3.
Yeah, I could do it. Yeah.
You
That's what I'd be. I'd be a
you can
pilot.
do it. I will say you can do anything that you put your minds to. You're a very determined person in real life,
Then I'm
and
gonna
you
be a pilot.
accomplish a lot. My name's Anakin. I'm a pilot.
Yeah. That would be me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm gonna do this with my little
Have you
droid.
have have you seen the picture of Padme and Anakin, and it's got Kendrick Lamar's "Not Like Us" when it's like certified pedophile, wop wop wop, and
No, I
it's her
haven't.
looking at little Anakin.
Oh my
It's
god.
so funny. I was dying. Do you want to
People
do
are
one more question since the first one was dumb?
the first one's lame. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Which side was it? This side. Our deck's getting small. I feel like they're kind of getting lame now.
They're just so random.
I know. The Force. Jedi lightsaber blades are usually blue, green, purple, or yellow. Which color would you choose and why? Red. I'm just kidding. Maybe. Maybe
Red.
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 Or white. Can I have a red and a white one?
Yeah. I have a yellow one.
Can I have one that changes color?
So
Put different
no.
kyber crystals in there and just mix them all together.
That's a pet peeve of mine when companies put sains in their lightsabers when they ignite. I hate that. I hate that. That's like the Mandalorian armor color. That it's just a pet peeve.
You're like,
It
why?
is a pet peeve for me. Yeah. It just irritates me. Although I will say the Mandalorian season 3, how they're all different colors. I don't mind it as much because you think like a lot of the Mandalorians that are hiding from that clan, they are like, I don't want to say like lower class Mandalorians, but they just kind of like hodgepodge their armor together so their colors aren't real traditional. So I don't
Yeah.
mind that. Like especially since I got the Mandalorian judge the other day in the mail, like the orange on his armor does look pretty cool. But
But see, the Mandalorian's
then
also not
again,
pink, purple, or like glitter, you know?
yeah.
So.
Yeah, glitter. Your Beskar armor on your chest is the shape of a heart. Like,
Or like a disco ball. I seen a
mm-hmm.
glitter trooper. Someone made their whole, or it was like, I guess more like a disco ball. I don't know. It looked really cool, dude. From like the whole top to bottom, it was just sparkly.
It's just what is those I don't want to say sriracha crystals. Is that what they're called? What
Sriracha.
kind of crystals are
I don't
they? I
know.
don't know. So
Sriracha. I've never heard of that.
yeah, some kind of crystal that sounds like that. Like girls get their cups all beaded and stuff like that with it.
I've never heard of that.
Jewels. I don't know. But all right.
Okay.
That was a good almost hour.
Yeah.
So
Until next
one
time. Until
year we
next
made
week.
it 1 year.
Whoop whoop.
Yep.
Wild.
Like, comment, subscribe.
All that jazz. all that
Yes.
jazz.
The links in the bio. May the force be with you.
Always.
Watch the episode.
May the force be with you.